Hello everyone out there in the Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games, and today we're playing the fastest deck in Legacy, Oops, All Spells, No Lands. It contains Balustrade Spies, Undercity Informers, used to mill our entire library since we contain 0 land cards since they mill until they hit a land. Bringing back Narcomoebas and ending with a combo finish with Thassa's Oracle being brought back through Dread Return. We are playing 2 Beseech the Mirrors to allow us to have an effective 10 copies of the Undercity Informer and Spy, a bunch of mana sources, 4 Pact of Negation to try and push through our combo. Sideboard, we have some Leyline of Sanctities to help us against lands decks. We also have, and Storm decks. We also have a single Macabre against graveyard decks, but all these Leylines also come in against Reanimator. We have Xantid Swarms, which allow us to protect against counterspell decks, and Force of Vigors to destroy Leylines of the Void, as well as Goblin Charbelcher, which allows us an alternate win condition when the opponent brings in Graveyard. Hopefully we can win a lot of games this preliminary and see if we can win some free match points to the qualifier. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you when we start the matches. Hello everyone out there in the Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games. And we're here playing the most unfair deck in Legacy. So we're going to do some quick math here. Chrome Mox imprints bridge from below. Lotus Petal, that's 3 with Cabal Ritual. Summoner's Pact, Undercity Informer with Pact of Negation backup. This one's a keep. I'm going to try whenever possible to slowly think through a line so I don't accidentally punt. Alright, so as long as I didn't forget to put Narcomoebas in the deck, we'll be fine. Alright, let's cast Lotus Petal. Let's cast Cabal Ritual. Undercity Informer. Now we'll go get Elvish Spirit Guide. Pay 0 now, lose the game next turn. Grab Elvish Spirit Guide, target ourselves. Yes, I want to sacrifice it to its own ability. Always yes, and yield. Alright. Opponent has conceded the game, so we won game 1 with Oops All Spells. Now we just have to figure out what the opponent is doing. So I don't want to lose to something absolutely stupid like getting Leylined, so we're going to bring in the Force of Vigors and the Charbelchers, but other than that, I can't bring in the Leylines in case they're Reanimator or something, or the Macabres. But I will bring in our plan B of Charbelchers and Force of Vigors. We'll trim a little bit on Informers. I think, I'm going to cut the Reanimate, but it does offer some pretty spicy lines. Cut one of the therapies. I'm going to keep in the If I keep in the Memories Journey, I think I'm just going to cut the last Undercity Informer. No. I'm going to cut the first Balustrade Spy before the last Undercity Informer, so I have 2 different names just in case. Necromentia or something crazy happens. I guess I'll cut the first Cabal Ritual. Alright, let's try it like that. I'm not sure what the opponent could hit us with, but we're hoping that if they do kill us, which is very likely to happen, the hate gets pretty strong games 2 and 3, that we can win game 3 right back. So we'll see. We don't know if we need these packs yet. If it turns out our opponent is a non-blue deck, we'll swap these packs in for more speed. Alright, Frowning Table. This hand does not do it. If this Narcomoeba was a Beseech the Mirror, it would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would still only get Belcher. But anyways, this one's a mulligan. This one has Beseech the Mirror and Charbelcher and a Pact. But it doesn't really go fast. I think we can go better than this on 4. Or sorry, 5. This one hand's great. I have Force of Vigor. I have the combo. Alright. We're going to bottom Chrome Mox and to the Lotus Petal or Spirit Guide. I think it's going to be this Spirit Guide. If it was the green one, I'd probably keep Petal. Okay, opponent does have Leyline, which is not the end of the world. All that means is that we need to draw into a green card for Force of Vigor. Okay, so that's... They also have Null Rod. That's good to know. So we're not even going to play out... I guess... I'm going to play this. And then I'm going to pass the turn. So if we draw a green card, we probably can still win this game. Okay, opponent has 4 floating mana. What are you going to do with it, opponent? 4 colorless. 3 ball. Guess I should have played out that Lotus Petal, huh? Okay. Opponent, you have played many, many hate pieces, but I will try to play around them. As soon as the opponent gets a clock in play, we get to calculate how many turns we actually get. The transfer is a pretty good follow-up to the ley line. Opponent definitely knows what position they're supposed to be playing in this game, as they haven't played a threat yet, but they've played 3 cards that could, in theory, stop our entire deck. Chalice on 1, alright. While it's frustrating, I think a Chalice on 0 would have been worse for us. Alright, this is where if we had played out the Petal, we would have been able to... we didn't know what they were on, but if we had played out the Petal, we would have been able to cast a spell this turn. And if it's Undercity Informer, we get to begin beating them down because they don't actually have a card yet. So, we could have also traded Lotus Petal for a more permanent Chrome Mox. Oh no, we can't with Null Rod though. It would have Null Rodded us almost immediate. Probably Caves of Chaos Adventure. Red re-entered their mana pool. Maybe it's not Caves of Chaos Adventure. Maybe they floated red and or tried to cast another Simian Spirit Guide. Rebel Master's pretty good. Alright. There's the clock that we have to beat. So we need to hit a mana source and a green card in 2 draws. Let's see what we got here. Draw. There's a green card. Alright. There's the start. This ritual's free to discard. If we hit another land, we do get to go Force of Vigor. Alright, so... Alright, looks like they have a follow-up threat here, which will absolutely kill us. Oh yeah. We're dead long before we actually get to win this game, so... Good on the opponent, kept a handful of a lot of hate. Good on us, we get to take out these horrible Pact of Negations. And just bring in a little bit faster of a combo here. Balustrade Spy, Informer. I think... Since I saw Null Rod, I'm only going to go 2 on the Charbelcher, and I think that that's fine. Note that because they had turn 1 Null Rod, playing out the Petal actually didn't matter, but it's still correct to do in case they don't have a Null Rod draw. That was also the opponent keeping on 7, just side note. And us mulliganing to 5. So let's see if we can get a better keep. This is not a better keep. The mulligan. This one's a Force of Vigor, a Dark Ritual, a Reanimate. Too many wrong pieces there. Alright, so this one does the thing on turn 1 if they don't have a leyline draw. If they do have a leyline draw, we can hold Turn Timber. Alright, this one's going to be the one. I think we keep Beseech since it's the same as having Chrome Mox. I'm sorry, having a Spy or an Informer. We have to put 2 back, so let's think about this. Chrome Mox imprints any black card, so just any black card. 3, 4, keep. Alright. So we can keep the Beseech in case they leyline us. We can go for Belcher. That seems correct. So then our 2 bottoms are that. So imprint here or imprint here. Bottom, bottom. Alright. What do you have, opponent? Show me your leyline. That is Leyline of the Void. Alright, so another option we have is to play out Undercity Informer and then try to Beseech into... I think the correct line is, with the opponent just doing that, is just to put a turn 1 Belcher in play and hope they don't have a Null Rod to follow it up. So let's just do that. Informer. Play. Bolt ourselves. Ritual. Beseech the Mirror. Cast with Bargain. And sack that one. Alright, so I'm fairly certain the card that we pick here is just putting we don't want to put Bridge from Below into play. Is we just put Charbelcher into play and we have 2 or 3 turns to draw out of this. Yep. Alright, opponent. Here's my Goblin Charbelcher. Your turn now. If you have no Rod, I'm in a really bad spot. A little bit rough of us that we had to go down to 5, and the opponent got to also keep on 6. But we'll see what happens here. If it's something like an Archon or a Goblin, there's still a good chance we can beat those things. Sure. Magus is something we can probably beat if we just hit... We just need to hit mana. 2 running mana sources wins us this game. Come on, deck. Alright, we draw. Alright, that's one of them. 1 more land and they are dead. Come on, deck. A Petal, a Chrome Mox, all these things kill our opponent. We played to this line. We knew that they were probably leylining us. Uh-oh. Alright, just another red card. Is that a Fury hardcast? Caves. Oh, yeah. Ancient Tomb's currently a mountain. Okay, so this is a clock. We still have 2 draws at any mana source to kill our opponent. Come on, deck. I believe in you, deck. Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox, land, Elvish Spirit Guide. That'll do, champ. That'll do. Fire the People's Cannon. Here's my cards, opponent. Look at my cards and go to -33 life. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you for next round. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Hello, everyone out there in the Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games. Here with a keepable 7 on the draw. I guess our best draw could be a Pact of Negation, assuming that we're not playing the Mirror and dying on their turn 1. Oh good, they're lands. They're dead. Fantastic. Okay, so the opponent's playing the lands deck. The lands deck has Bajukabaga's counterplay, I guess. And no green source up. Fantastic. I got scared when I saw that they had Mox Diamond up. Drew the Oracle, but that's okay. Just means that we need to play the Spy, not the Informer. So let's start by playing Agadeem's Undercrypt. I'd love to pay 3 life. I'd love to cast a Lotus Petal. I'd love to cast another Lotus Petal. I'd love to cast this Balustrade Spy. Choose myself. My opponent probably has way too many lands in their deck for that to work. We're gonna yield to all these and bring them all back. Always yes. Alright, so now we're going to Cabal Therapy ourselves, sacking the Spy. Always yield to that. We're going to name Thassa's Oracle. We really didn't want this card in our hand. We drew it for turn, and it was unfortunate because it was one of the worst cards in our deck. But we managed to find it, don't worry. But we're going to bring it back now. No cards left in our library. We'll win game 1. Alright, let's see. What are we looking at for game 2? Opponent probably has like endurances and crop rotations as interaction. So Leyline of Sanctity comes in this matchup. Force of Vigor and 50-50 on if it comes in. I'm going to bring it in just because I don't want to get leylined out. We don't need packs if we have one of the ley lines because crop rotation and endurance can't hurt us. I'm going to bring in 1 Charbelcher. Trim on Informers. Trim heavily on Informers. Take 1 Spy and 1 Cabal Ritual and try it like this. Hope to start on a leyline hand. That would be amazing. Just a single leyline though. Don't get me in those bullshit triple leyline hands. Alright, so this hand has a Narcomoeba, which is terrible. Lotus Petal and Spirit Guide, that's 2 mana. Can blow up, yeah. While this can blow up a leyline, I don't think the hand itself does enough outside of that I think that this is a mull. Alright, I think this one is a keep. And we will put Dread Return back. And we'll pregame the Leyline of Sanctity. Alright, cool. Opponent did not pregame the Leyline of the Void, so this is just going to be a straight race. See what the opponent has here. Sphere of Resistance. Okay. Not excellent for me, but I can technically play around that. I don't think I want white mana, and it costs me it either way, so having the Spirit Guide is kind of fantastic. Alright, we draw. Charbelcher's not the best draw. Opponent doesn't have any graveyard hate that can affect us, so it's better to go with the 4 mana line. Yeah. Opponent's trying to make their 2020 as fast as possible. If they have Thespian Stage here, then we might be in trouble. Alright. Alright, so I'm not sure what gets us out of this. I think we just died this game. Second Spirit Guide. Alright, so if we'd had that in the opposite order, I think we could have force figured that Sphere of Resistance and maybe made something happen. Not quite. Not with this not being a block. Alright, so I'm going to pass the turn. The opponent's going to kill us during their end, or during our end step. Get ready to concede the game in 3, 2, 1, dead. Alright. Begin sideboarding. We don't need these packs. Ley lines are still okay, I feel like. If they're not going to actually have graveyard hate, I still want one Charbelcher, I feel like. Drawing the 1 is a little frustrating, but that's okay. I just want to go a little bit faster where I want to bring in another Spy/Informer. Probably. Just take out these Force of Vigors. They have Sphere of Resistances, but we're just going to not try and let them have a first turn. Ley lines are the same as packs as far as we're just going to try and kill them on the play. Alright, let's go. I would love to play first. 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't cast turn Timberson, but Mulligan that. Alright, this one's pretty bad with double Narcomoeba, but 5 cards is still a very powerful potential here. Alright, so that's 3, 4 Beseech kill you, but that has to be on 4 cards, so I don't get to do it around Leyline, so I die to Endurance. 3. Oh, I don't even get to do that because this doesn't get to be the 4th mana. Because I have to bottom 2 cards, right? So I bottom both Leyline. Dark Ritual gets me 3. This can get me 4, but then I'm just beseeching with nothing. Summoner's Pact can't get me another Spirit Guide, but that doesn't give me something to bargain with here. If I go... Ooh, if I keep... Okay, if I put in a ley line. Alright. I think we saw the line here. Put in a ley line, we can bargain it away. Yeah, I'm in. We're gonna try that line, right? So 3, 4 bargain ley line. Yeah, alright, cool. I think this is a really cool line. So if you thought this is a really cool line, let me know. If you're screaming at me that I was missing it, please also let me know. Alright, let's go ahead and cast Dark Ritual. Exile the Spirit Guide, cast Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, stacking the ley line. Please do not have Endurance. It's the only thing. I cannot play around an opponent. Please do not kill me with it. Cast without paying its mana cost. Here's my Spy. Target myself. If we could have kept on 6, we could have kept a ley line in, which is a little unfortunate. Always yes to those. Eh? Oh, opponent does have the... Okay, opponent has Surgical. On Narcomoeba, we don't have the ability to generate a green for Memory's Journey, so the opponent will get us with that Surgical Extraction. So, good game to the opponent. That would have beat us through the ley line, although I do like that we went for the bargain line there. I don't think that against the deck with Beseiju and 2020s that we have time to go and get a Belcher and hope to hit 3 land drops. So, a little unfortunate that they had Surgical. If they had Endurance, at least we get to continue playing the game. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We're now falling to 1-1 in this Legacy Preliminary, and I'll see you next round. Peace. Hello everyone out there in the Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games, and we are trying to do very mean things to our opponent in this round 3. So let's see if we can rally this back and turn this into a 2-1 situation rather than a 1-2 situation. As soon as the opponent comes back, alright, opponent is back. This hand doesn't do it. This one's an easy mulligan. Mulligan. This one does it. And we even get to put a Narcomoeba back. This one's a better 6 than it would be as a 7, ironically. Keep. Bottom. Done. Do what the opponent's doing. Uh-oh. Is it the mirror? Are we dead? Faithless Looting. Okay, Reanimator. So we might be dead. We'll see. Bristlebrand Archon. Reanimate. Okay, that gives them 7 more cards. Just need them to miss on the Thoughtseize. They did use land. Okay, they hit the Thoughtseize. There's the grief. Now we need them to misidentify on this hand and try and take our Undercity Informer or our Spy. I guess they could also take our Turn Timber Symbiosis. Unfortunately, this is not the version where I play a Progenitus in the sideboard, which makes them reanimating our Spy into killing them. As mills our whole deck, brings back all the Narcomoebas, and then shuffles and shuffles on the Progenitus before the Narcomoebas come back, which means that we have a card to draw to kill them. So let's see what the opponent takes here. Opponent correctly identifies that Dark Ritual is the most likely way that we kill them. Alright. So we can still draw a Petal here. We can still draw a Chrome Mox. See what we get. We get an Narcomoeba. Okay. So we're going to play this tapped. I would not like to pay 2 life. And then we're going to pass the turn. So the opponent is going to do whatever they're going to do to us. And if we draw a black or a nether monosaurus, we kill them. Yep. Gain your 7, draw your 7 if you so wish. Yep. We even have this neat Narcomoeba to discard. Yep. We want to discard the Narcomoeba, not the Spy or the Informer, because we don't want them to target us. We will die. Archon Grief would be a little rough. Archon Grief Reanimate kills us. See what we get here. Exhume. Alright. I don't have a card in my graveyard, opponent, so you go ahead and do that. Discard this Narcomoeba. Oh, are we going to get a chance at this? Okay. Depending what they take, we still have a chance at this. They take Summoner's Pact, we're pretty much dead on the water. Take Elvish Spirit Guide, we're still alive to draw Dark Ritual. Okay, that likely means that they have a reanimation spell and we're about to die. If they reanimate the Spy, we do die. Second Unmask also kills us. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go Leylines in, Macabre in. Memory's Journey is actually great, both as a hate piece and a playable card. Pact of Negations are free. I think on the play, we just want to be on the play. Just do these horrible things to our opponent. We did have the one reanimate. I do want the Macabre. Try it like that. What are the chances that the opponent has a Leyline of the Void? That'd be really frustrating. I would like to play first. So this hand is turn 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, kill them. Alright, if they don't have graveyard hate, they're dead. We're gonna try it. Cast Chrome Mox. Imprint, Beseech the Mirror. Play Petal. We don't have triple black, do we? Black, black. Nope. That is 100% my fault. I forgot Beseech the Mirror required triple black. That is absolutely my punt. At least I realized it before I went too much deeper, but yeah. Here I am thinking we killed our opponent on 1, and we did not. Hope the opponent goes for a Faithless here. Especially since we just imprinted our Beseech. Uh-oh, black. That's a Thassa. Okay. So we're going to need to draw one of the awesome cards from our deck. Show me one of the hate pieces, please. So the opponent now gets to see that we have the reanimate, which is a little unfortunate, but what can we do? Alright, opponent is really tanking on this Thoughtseize. Are they thinking about taking maybe a Spirit Guide? That seems wild. Oh my god, they did. I was right, they did take a Spirit Guide. They literally just don't want me to beat them down with a 2/2. We drew another one. Damn Thoughtseize bug. Alright. Pass, I guess? On the upside, I'm gonna cling to this safety blanket. We have Reanimate against Reanimator. Fortunately, they know about it. Our best case scenario is they have to Faithless discard double threat so that they're sure to untap with one of the two. And then we get to pick one of them with Reanimate. If we get a Gristlebrand, this game's over. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Opponent's griefing us. I assume taking this Reanimate, otherwise we will reanimate that grief and start killing them with it. Maybe if they don't have any interaction for our graveyard, though, they just have to take the Beseech. Because if they don't, we get to potentially draw any black source to kill them. Agadeem's Awakening or another Petal or a Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual. Alright, opponent's tanking. Are they going to take a Spirit Guide again? That'd be funny. They took Simian Spirit Guide last time. Alright, they took Beseech this time. Leads me to believe that they do not have Graveyard Interaction. Ooh, second Thoughtseize? Ah, your own Reanimate. Alright, sure. Now you're going to take the Reanimate? No, taking Elvish Spirit Guide, just not caring at all about Reanimate. Sick. I don't think I want Elvish Spirit Guide out. Second time we got Thoughtseize Bug, by the way. First time was the Simian Spirit Guide. Second time was the Elvish Spirit Guide. Not trying to complain. Just pointing out that definitely got Thoughtseize Bug twice. Alright, opponent hits for 3. Alright, let's see what we draw. Balustrade Spy, right here. We can technically cast that. And it has 2 targets, not even just 1. But I still want to draw a Spy. So the good news is, if we just draw the Dread Return, we can Cabal Therapy it out. That's fine. It is still very frustrating, though. We draw Agadeem's Awakening. Alright, so that's a real black source. That's a good start. We're gonna go ahead and play that, and if it enters tapped, it buys us a turn against this grief, so we're gonna go ahead and pass the turn. Alright, opponent's fetching during upkeep to thin, which I think is absolutely correct in Reanimator that has no ponders or brainstorms. See what the opponent ends up choosing. See if they... Yeah, okay, so they are a blue splash. Uh-oh, they have something. I don't think we can beat something. Alright, that's not such a big deal. We saw 4 either way. If you'd take this Dread Return, it would be amazing of you, opponent. I figure you'll probably take this Reanimate at this point, though. Although, you've taken a lot of Spirit Guides from me, so maybe you'll take another one of those, and we'll get the 3rd Thoughtseize Bug of the game. Ideally not, for the record. That is not the goal, but if it happens that way, it happens that way. Alright, yep, took the Reanimate, which makes a lot of sense. Especially if they're about to put a creature into their graveyard. A single Thoughtseize effect doesn't take us off 4, which is the magic number. Alright, we draw another Agadeem's Awakening. Okay, so we're going to play that for the same reasons we played the other ones. Do I cast this? Costs me 3 life right now, but it means that I don't have to... Alright, no. I can Cabal Therapy myself, that's not a problem. Opponent continuing to fetch during upkeep to thin. Hope they draw a Petal. Sorry, opponent. We're at 8. You draw Dark Ritual. Alright, well... That could have given us 2 blockers for this grief, potentially, but we'll take one more draw step of this. before we have to just cast Elvish and Simian Spirit Guides. I think we only get to cast one of them and then Dread Return the other. That does give us 2 blockers for what it's worth. Entomb, sure. Something tells me it's an Entomb and a Reanimate. Tombs of Faithless Looting. Alright, I like this line. Sure. What big creature are you trying to get out of your hand and into the grave? Hopefully it's not something that deals 5 damage. That'd be a little unfortunate. We still have a reasonable chance to win this game. If we draw even Beseech. Traxxas and Grave. Reanimate on a Traxxa, go to 1. Ooh. Alright, so let's see what we got. 10 cards enter the revealed card zone. Grief. Petal. Land. I don't have a spy for them to animate. Sick. Okay. So it doesn't look like they can kill us this turn. It looks like they can Thoughtseize us again, which doesn't really matter. And then as long as we draw any of our 4 mana win the games, we 4 mana win the game. Opponent cannot currently fetch. And all the lands they revealed were fetch lands. Sure. Whichever card you'd like to take, opponent, they're all equally terrible as far as I'm concerned. So we have 8 cards in our deck we can draw to. Show me one of those beautiful Undercity Informers or Balustrade Spies. What the whole deck is about is oops all spelling. I built my whole deck around you. Now don't let me down now. Pass. Or grief me again. I don't think this game's going on long enough for griefing me again to matter. But they can unmask me as well, so grief. I'm sure it's unmasked. I'm not actually looking up at it. I should have seen what they pitched. Entomb, sure. I'm actually just going to dismiss. You have yet another Thoughtseize? Alright, sure. Go ahead and animate dead your grief. And take which... Okay, so this was actually a misplay from the opponent. Here's why. Okay. You can have your grief now. I got to get my Dread Return out of my hand for free. So, small little percentage play. Alright. Channel your energy. Channel your energy into this next draw. It can win us the game. Oh my god, we drew it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my spy. Do we win the game? Spy target myself. Good job. Good job, everyone watching this video. I appreciate you channeling your energy. It really helped us win this game. It did. Because we would not have won this game if it was not for you. Alright, so we're going to start with a Dread Return. Bring back Thassa's Oracle. Sack these 3. We're going to always yield to those. And win the game? Oh my god, we won the game. Alright. Opponent didn't even get to see might have seen the ley lines. I don't think they were really looking as my entire deck flew by. I'm going to bring in 1 chart. No, I'm not. It's just not fast enough. We'll go to try and reanimate for them instead. Let's go for it. That was great. That was fantastic. Do I want a Force of Vigor just so I have a way to destroy it? That seems like it's worth a single Cabal Therapy. Let's do it. By having one Force of Vigor in my deck, I technically can go Beseech the Mirror for it. Or I can just have it. Having it's also great. Maybe I just have it with one of these Turn Timber Symbiosis. This Wild Cantor. Just pitch it. That was a close game. Wonder if the opponent's going to be upset that they reanimated the Unnecessary Grief when I was already dead to their board to throw Dread Return in the graveyard. Who knows? I do wish that this had been Leyline of the Void, but, you know, Leyline of Sanctity is pretty good. So, there's a lot of risk to keeping this hand. So much risk. They've shown they have Unmasks and Griefs and Thought Seizes. But we have Force of Vigor to interact with, and Wild Cantor Undercity Informer to kill with. So if they do have Leyline of the Void, we can still play. This one's a close one. Like, if this Force had been a Leyline, this would have been the perfect hand, because we have protection and then we just kill them. But it's not. So is it good enough as a Force of Vigor? It stops Animate Dead on our Undercity Informer if they try to kill us. Our opponent kept a full 7. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand has 1, 2, 3, 4 protected kill. See, this is why you mulligan. Keep, bottom, done, pre-game effect. Alright, opponent. I have a pre-game effect. It's your turn now. Please do not Thought Seize me. You can Thought Seize yourself. I can't stop that. But if your plan was like Grief, reanimate Grief, that's just not going to be good enough, my friend. Would have been really bad if they just cast like a Dothly Voidwalker right there. Alright, I'm feeling it. Play. Arst thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Alright, let's Undercity Informer. That's fine, as long as I packed for another guide. I want to have Memory's Journey up just for anything wonky that could happen. Summoner's Pact. Yes, I'm certain that I will lose the game if I don't win right now. Having 2 of them means that I don't even have to worry about removal spell in response. Cast another Summoner's Pact. Alright. Let's go for it. Is this going to be good enough, opponent? So, always yes. Bring them back. If they mess up and try to surgical my Narcomoebas. Okay, wow, no, we just got it. I was going to say, if they try to surgical our Narcomoebas, we just put 1 back on top and still win with Thassa's Oracle. If they try to, like, Merkab our 2 cards, our Dread Return and our Thassa's Oracle, we just put Thassa's Oracle and 2 petals on top. And draw the petal, play it, draw the petal, play it, cast Thassa's Oracle. Don't give the opponent an opportunity to interact. But it looks like we just got there by having the pregame Leyline. They probably kept a couple Thought Seizes, and we won the game. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games, moving to 2-1, and I'll see you next round. Hello, everyone out there in the Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games. And we are winning die rolls and maybe winning some games. So let's do a quick check here. We do have the bridge from below in hand, but that doesn't matter. We have a Cabal Therapy in hand, but that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a win the game war. Alright, we're going to keep this and just hope to kill our opponent. We could try to... No. As I say, we could try to Cabal Therapy, but we don't have permanent mana source, so... We are on a mold of 5. These are 2 cards we would have preferred in our deck, and we're just going to try and kill our opponent on the first turn of the game. Considering we are a force check deck, we might as well check for that force. Well, that resolved unfortunately fast for our opponent. Dark Ritual. Summoner's Pact. Yes. Uh-oh. Pause now. Alright, Spy. Spy is resolved. Alright, now we win the game. Always yield. And we are going to Cabal Therapy them, just take the peek at their hand. Find out what they're playing for our sideboarded games. Alright, opponent. Let my Narcomoebas resolve so that I can Cabal Therapy you. If you have mainboard surgical extraction, I will scream. I will. I'll do it. Alright, cool. Won the first game. No idea what they're on. I'm gonna bring in these and that. I'm gonna really hate it if I'm gonna have 1 Force of Vigor. Does that seem reasonable? I don't think I can bring in the Xantid Swarms in the blind. I think it's always fine to trim on this kind of effect. Animate offers a lot of cool lines, but I think I'm just going to trim it here. And just send it back like this. Once we have more information on what my opponent's actually playing, not just mulligan to 5 die, we might revise our plans. We do get 1 more game on the play too, which is kind of fantastic. 1, 2, yeah. We're going to keep this and just hope the opponent doesn't have interaction. Best draw is Pact of Negation. We're going to lead off on Chrome Mox, so if they do have some sort of counter magic, if they have to blow it on Chrome Mox, it sucks. Ooh, looks like the opponent might be playing some Bean. Elvish, excuse me, I am so wrong. Is this Hypergenesis opponent? Please tell me this is Hypergenesis. That would be so cool. 21 cards enter the revealed card zone. Inevitable Betrayal. Oh! Okay. Okay, I can respect that. So we've died. Okay. We're going to concede that game. Begin sideboarding. Only because I guess we should have let them seen what they're going to take. Alright, so... Do we even want these? I think we should kill them faster, right? I think I want these 2. Don't think I want Force of Vigor. And I think I only want 2 of these. And what am I willing to trim? I guess a Cabal Ritual. Alright, let's go. Inevitable Betrayal. Spicy one. Spicy one. I didn't want the opponent to see my deck, so I definitely turned that one down. But what they would have done, for those that may be missing it, is they take our Spy, target us, and mill our library. It's one of the reasons I love having a Progenitus in the sideboard, which I didn't have in this current build. I probably would play, since we barely brought in these Charbelchers, but like one less Charbelcher for a Progenitus effect. The reason why you use Progenitus over Blightsteel is it pitches to Vigor. And both have replacement effects, which is why you don't want to use anything with a triggered ability. Nexus of Fate is also acceptable, but really, again, Progenitus pitching to Force of Vigor matters a lot. I'm actually going to bring in the Reanimate and go with one Leyline. If we have the Reanimate and not the Leyline and needed the Leyline, that's going to be a bummer. I know we don't need Swarm. Maybe we don't need Memories. I'm in for that. The reason why not needing Memories Journey is that you can't be a surgical deck, they're a Cascade deck. And this is mainly meant to beat surgical. Not only, but mainly. And Inevitable Betrayal. That's definitely a spicy one. Though they're on Rhinos, probably. I would love to play first. I would love to mulligan this hand and put 2 Narcomoebas back into my... Alright, what does this one do? Nothing? Mulligan down. We have to go to 4, right? I can Chrome Mox and print. Chrome Mox and print. Or keep. Keep. 1, 2, 3. That's not even 4 to play Charbelcher. Yeah, we're going to 4. Alright, didn't see the Dark Ritual I was really hoping to see, but let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang, if we could have kept this on 5, right? Alright, so we're going to keep this. And we're going to have no counterplay to getting Inevitable Betrayal, that's for sure. Alright, so we're going to play that tapped and hope to draw a mana source to not another land, but a Petal, not a Chrome Mox, to any Spirit Guide works to be able to Undercity Informer kill them. See if we get it. Alright, well, I would love to pay 3 life because I can still take this as a 2-turn line. This one doesn't die to Force of Negation. They have to have Force of Will. Unfortunately, it looks like they do have Force of Will. Means we've likely lost this one, unfortunately. I think the opponent's playing Rhinos, and they just sideboarded out the Rhinos for Inevitable Betrayals. But it could be that they were playing Hypergenesis and, again, sideboarded out for Inevitable Betrayals. Must not have had another land if they were willing to pitch the Brazen Borrower over the Lorien Revealed. Half of Lorien Revealed's utility is that it's a card that pitches to Force. Cabal Ritual is pretty good. Cabal Ritual means that if we draw a 3-drop, we can play it, and if we draw a land, we can play a 4-drop. What do we got here? We have Land Betrayal. Do we have just Miss Land Drop Pass? That'd be amazing. No complaints from Miss Land Drop Pass. Alright, well, that's not the world we're living in. I think they're playing around Bailiff Summer, which is reasonable. That draw, on the other hand, was not reasonable. 2 dead cards in hand, but that's fine. We're going to keep playing this out, because we did make them Force. Alright, I wonder if they swapped for back to rhinos and they're about to rhinos us, or if they're gonna inevitable. We're about to see which one it is. Show me, opponent. Okay. That's acceptable. That's like probably one of their worst things they could hit. If I was the opponent, I'd be a little frustrated that I hit the collector roof, but you did sideboard it in. Being able to cascade into it against something like 8 cast is probably pretty cool. But this is a long clock. Like that gives us time to draw into some outs. See what we get. Okay, there's our 4th land. We could ritual out this Bridge from Below, but unfortunately Bridge from Below literally does nothing in play besides... I guess it technically gets sacked. This being used here is kind of a terrible, scary sign for us. That means they likely have another one, although, again, it makes bringing these ley lines 100% correct. Also means that we were correct in identifying them as rhinos rather than Hypergenesis. Hypergenesis would not have these cards in their sideboard. Maybe this one. Definitely not this one. They just go way over the top of Artifact deck. Alright, dead in 2 more swings. Anything else to add to the board, opponent? Or is it our turn to try and draw one of our 4-drops and attempt to kill you again? Alright. Draw one of our 4-drops and attempt to kill you again. The real question. Do I Dark Ritual out the Bridge from Below? If I do, then Beseech the Mirror can actually, yeah. Dark Ritual. I can't believe I'm casting Bridge from Below, and even more, I can't believe it's correct. So now we can bargain a Beseech the Mirror if this resolves. If it does not resolve, that's fine. That is a counterspell that would have just hit our Beseech anyways. Opponent is reading Bridge from Below because I'm certain that no one, just let it resolve. It does actual nothing. Deshana's Tidebinder, that's fine. The fact the opponent is just casting all of these things leads me to believe that they have another one. We got by that inevitable betrayal. It hurts way more knowing that they actually had a collector oof in there to hit as well. When we thought it was just the one thing to hit, it wasn't that big of a deal. Oh, they're going to outburst for lethal. Good play, opponent. Good game. Good game. I'm going to go ahead and let you kill us. I want to know what your other card is. If you hit inevitable betrayal, for example. Alright, 30 cards revealed. Hit another collector. Alright, I'm dying over here. They had multiple collector oofs and hit inevitable betrayal instead. What a high roll. Alright. Well played, opponent. GG's. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, if you liked this video, leave a comment down below. If you see a way that we could have played that better, I definitely want to know. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.